Before I get into the video, I just want to thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers. It's always been a dream of mine to like post on YouTube and to actually have like a following and have people interacting and commenting under my videos means a lot to me. I just love and appreciate all of you guys, so I'll get into the video now, but I just want to thank you guys. What's up everyone? Welcome back to a new video. Today I'm just going to be doing kind of like my basic makeup tutorial. I've already done kind of like a makeup tutorial on here when I did my Valentine's Day makeup, but that was like over a year ago and I just thought it would be fun to make a new one. Anyways, I already washed my face and everything. I shaved my eyebrows down and put some face lotion on. So my face is all ready, and then I also already wet my beauty blender. I also have a dry beauty blender like this. I use this to like pack the dry powder on, so got a wet one and a dry one. I'm probably just gonna be doing like my regular white base. Of course, you don't have to do a white base for goth makeup. So first thing I do when I do my makeup usually is I start with my eyebrows and just kind of do my arched eyebrow. Lately I just haven't really been doing my eyebrows that much. It just takes a while, plus I feel like it looks fine without them. I'm just gonna go straight in with this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This has been like my go-to primer for like years now, so I just go ahead and put some of that on my face. Before I start putting my foundation on, I'm just going to take my septum piercing out because I don't want to get foundation and powder all over it. My god, I really don't like how I look without it. I really don't. For my foundation, I'm just going to be using Sunset Makeup's white foundation. The only other white foundation I've tried was LA Girl, which I know a lot of people like that too, but I just don't like it. Like, it's way too thin and it was like super patchy when I used it. That was also like years and years ago, so it could have just been my technique. So I just pump a few pumps onto my face. I don't know, we'll see if that works. And then I take this flat brush, I think it's from e.l.f. I just use that to blend it all out. Then once I spread out all my foundation, I'm just going with that beauty blender that's wet and just blend it all out. I know some people don't like beauty blenders because they think they grow mold in them and like just take all the product off, but I love how it makes my makeup look. And then next I go in and just put a little bit more underneath my eye. I kind of like use this as like concealer. Once you get it all blended out, I just go in and I take a little container like this and pour some of this Mehron, how are you supposed to pronounce this? I've always pronounced this as Mehron, but it has no F in it, so I don't know. Mehron setting powder, I guess. And it's in white, of course, to match the foundation. And I'm running low on this, so hopefully I'll have enough. And I take that dry beauty blender that I was talking about and just dip it in all that powder and pack that on underneath my eye. Also, I don't know if I really recommend this setting powder because I also heard that it has some sort of thing in it that can cause lung cancer if you breathe it in. So I should probably stop using it too, but I don't know what else to use. I just try to hold my breath when I do it and try not to breathe it in. And after that, I go in with this big fluffy brush and just brush away all the excess powder. So now that I got my foundation all done, I'm going to go in with contour. And for that, I use Wet n Wild's contour palette. I think this one usually comes out around Halloween, so I usually just wait till Halloween, and it usually lasts me for a while, sometimes even over a year. Like, I've had this one for like probably 2 years, and it's barely even gotten to like the bottom of the pan. I'm going to start with my nose contour. For that, I use this little fluffy brush, and I'm just going to wipe it off a bit because I also use this for my eyeshadow, so I might have some black on it. Dip my brush in there a bit. After I got the gray powder on it, I like to just like hit it against my desk and get the excess powder off. So I just start up by where my eye is, like up here, and then I just drag it down the bridge of my nose, doing it very lightly, just kind of continuing that and building it up as you like it. I also recommend doing this in better lighting, but the lighting at my desk isn't great. And then I'm just doing the same thing on this side, just doing it very lightly. And I also put some like under the tip of my nose, like by where my nostrils are. Just kind of blend that down a bit. On top of that line, I just do another very light little brush over the, what is that part called? The arch of my nose, like where it goes up a bit. I put a little bit of gray powder over that. It's all about also just like the way you use the brush. You just gotta do it very lightly. But when you're trying to do something very like intricate or whatever, like when I'm down here, I try doing it lightly. And then I'd also recommend, if you have another brush, to go in with another brush that has no powder on it at all, or maybe just like some white powder. And if you ended up making it like too harsh or you messed up or whatever, you can take that brush with no powder and sort of like help blend it out a bit. I think my nose contour is honestly looking pretty good so far. Like I said, I don't really do it as harsh as I used to. I kind of like it when it's a little more subtle now. That's not me saying anything against harsh contour. Let it be known, I do like harsh contour, okay? I don't know, I used to overdo it a little bit. Very much a perfectionist too, so I take forever on my makeup. Like it's probably already been over 30 minutes and I'm not even done with my base yet. On average, it takes me probably like 2 hours to do my makeup. Sometimes I get lucky and it's only like an hour and a half. It usually depends on how dramatic the look I'm doing is. Once I'm done with that, I just kind of go in with that powder beauty blender again and set it in place. Brush it again. Sometimes I forget this step. This is also just works better if you're doing more of a dramatic nose contour. But I take this, I don't even know, I think it's from NYX and it's like a white pencil eyeliner. I just take a little bit of this and put it on the tip of my nose, just very, very lightly. Just kind of getting it. Take some of this Maybelline shimmery white powder, put that over that white pencil eyeliner that we just put on, and I sort of blend it from like side to side. And I'm just gonna go in with this again. I also like to put some on the bridge of my nose to brighten that area up. And put powder over it again. And the last step is I use this kimchi highlighter. And ignore how dirty it is, I really need to clean my makeup box out. It's just like this shimmery, it's sort of like bluish sort of shimmer. I love this stuff. Take some of this, put it on the tip of my finger, and put it on the tip of my nose. And I also take some and put it like right there, but I'm just gonna wait for a minute because I need to do my cheek contour first. But I also like to put it on my brow bone a bit, just like some little highlight on each side. For my cheek contour, I just take some of that same gray powder with this sort of like angled brush. I take this little like shiny paper that was in some notebook that I had a while ago, and I've just been using it for like probably years now, so it's just sort of built up all gross. I probably should clean it. I just hold it up against my face and I sort of connect it to like the top of my ear up there and connect it to the tip of my mouth, and sometimes I do it like a little below the tip of my mouth, and I just sort of start right there, you know, build that up. For all that blending, we got a nice sharp contour. And then I'm not done with this yet, but I'm just going to repeat it on the other side real quick. And then next for the contour, I go in with the black eyeshadow from Maybelline, which this honestly sucks for eyes, and I'm just forced to use it because it's like the only really black eyeshadow I have that's like accessible for me. Line that piece of paper up again. And then I just start at the very bottom and just work it up. Just like that, and repeating that on the other side. And sometimes I don't like how sharp it is by my mouth, so I just go in with this brush and sort of brush that away a bit. And then for contour, I also put some under my jawline like this a bit. For every single time I do this, I just think of one time, and this is like when I first started doing my white base, and I was at the mall with my friend, and out of nowhere she was like, "Why do you have a bunch of gray on your neck?" Or I don't know if she said that, she was like, "You have a bunch of gray on your neck." Like I wasn't like that wasn't what it was meant to be like. And ever since then, I've just been kind of insecure about it. I can't lie, but I still do it because it's like, I don't know, I like it. It probably did look a little bad, I can't lie, because I just remember it like blending out horribly when I first started it. Now it's not too bad. I mean, it's probably not perfect, but I just try to blend it out as good as I can. So now I'm probably gonna start on my eyes which I still don't really have like a plan to look in my head. I just know I want to do like black and red. So first I go in with this e.l.f. pencil eyeliner and I put it all on my waterline. And I put it on like my top waterline up here. This is honestly optional. So I know for my makeup, I kind of want to do like a long winged eyeliner. So I'm going to just do that just to map it out. I really need a new eyeliner. Like this NYX Epic Ink Liner. It's like my favorite for some reason. I'm just used to it, but I hate it at the same time because it's either too dry, too runny, or it like just frays like this really badly. So I kind of want a wing like that, so I'm going to repeat that on the other side too. I messed at least this one up a bit at the tip, but at least I got the shape there, so I'm going to go in with the eyeshadow. I don't know, I'm probably going to end up doing like a smoky eye. I'm literally just making up my makeup look as I go because I don't really have any inspiration for it right now. So now I'm just going to repeat that on the other side too. I look like an alien, bro, I can't. So I got my eyelids covered with eyeliner. I don't know if this technique is even good because it always comes off. Like no matter what I do, no matter if I don't put eyeliner first, no matter if I just put eyeshadow, no matter if I put eyeliner caked with eyeshadow, no matter if I put this stuff like smudged on there, like no matter what, every single time I do a smoky eye or like put black on my eyelid, it comes off. Like I don't know what to do with it, actually. Please give me advice. What I'm gonna do now is take some of this pencil eyeliner, even though I said it'd come off anyways, but I just use this to help kind of blend it. This is taking a little too long, so I'm just gonna melt this pencil eyeliner a bit because it's a little too cold. This eyeshadow brush with black eyeshadow on it. Oh my god, see, this is what I mean. How do I get that to stay? It's actually gonna piss me off. Oh my god. I mean, I put eyeshadow on it. That doesn't really do anything. I just kind of put some of this over it and packed it with eyeshadow again. Anyways, let's continue blending it out. And I don't want to blend it out too much because I'm going to be putting red sort of on top of it, connecting up to the wing. And then I'm going to take this little like arched brush and use that to help blend it out a bit along the wing. And you can see all that fall out on my cheek. The way I get that off, take my fluffy brush and I just ever so gently, ever so slightly, or whatever the term is, just brush it off. I somehow got it all off without leaving any marks, but you just gotta like quickly brush it. And then I'm gonna go in with that brush that I was using for my nose contour and just sort of blend the very edges out. So for the red eyeshadow, I'm going to be using this brush, which has like two sides. This one's for like packing it on, and this one's for blending it. I'm just going to be using this 42 color palette by Beauty Bay. These reds here, I'm probably just going to mix them together, or maybe just use like this bright one here. It's very dirty, but I literally only use the black and the red. I'm going to take that eyeshadow and put a line of it over the black that I did. Probably gonna bring it up to where it just reaches them, like about right here. I'm gonna take this fluffy brush part and just blend it. I'm just sort of packing it on and shaping it to how I want it to be. And so I'm just gonna take some more black eyeshadow and just blend it into the red a little bit more. I'm going to take some of this eyeliner and I'm going to try doing little leopard prints all over this red, which I sort of did that last night with my nails. I'm going to try to get a good angle at this. I don't know if I can. Make a little leopard print spots. All I really do is just do sort of like half circles or like make like two lines that sort of like form a circle. My inspiration for learning how to do leopard print was just looking at leopard print and just sort of practicing. You can practice drawing it on paper, you can practice it with makeup, practice it with nails. Like, I don't know, I've just done it so many times with that stuff where I sort of already have an understanding of how to do it. This is a good example to show you guys how I fix stuff when I'm messing it up, so I just sort of squirt a little bit of white foundation out. And I take this little flathead brush and just dip it in the white a bit. Just put it over very lightly. And I'm just going to put some powder over that. Put eyeshadow back over it and see if that covers it. Yeah, I feel like that made it look better. For this, I'm just going to probably go out to like about there and just sort of try making them smaller as I go up so it's sort of like a gradient. So I pretty much got all the leopard print on there, and I don't know how I really feel about it. I mean, I like it, but I just wish it was a little more spread out at the top. I feel like I made it a little too compact. So I'm just going to start working on my inner corner now, connect it to the top lid, and just drag. Hold on, let me get a different eyeliner because nothing is working good. And I'm just kind of doing it like straight down like that. Sorry, it's hard to get it on camera. I'm just dragging it to the bottom line like that. It's gonna fix up the inner corner, make it a little sharper at the front. And then right next to this wing that I did, I want to do like another smaller wing by the inner corner just to like add some details. And I'm just gonna kind of make it a little shorter because I accidentally made them a little too long. So I'm gonna take some black eyeshadow and this little brush right here and put it underneath my eye. I just realized I was going to put a white contact in, and it's kind of already too late. I mean, it's not really too late. So I'm pretty much done with my eyeshadow now. I think I'm going to put my contacts in, so I'm just going to finish my lipstick and everything before I do that. And then after I get my contacts in, I will put my lashes on. And I'm thinking about doing top lashes. And I haven't done bottom lashes in a while, but I feel like this is a perfect opportunity to do some bottom lashes right here. So I might do that, but I'm going to go do my lipstick right now. So for my lipstick, I just use the NYX Epic Ink liner like I use for my eyes too. I just sort of trace out my natural lips, but I sort of just make it 2 points. Just like, I don't know how to describe it. I just sort of outline my lips. I'm literally switching between 3 different eyeliners this whole entire video. And before I fill it in with lipstick, I like to do this little section here red as like a little stripe just to add some red accent into my makeup. So I just sort of map that out. I just use this CoverGirl, put the bass in your walk. Okay, I need to stop. And just sort of... And then I use this NYX lip liner to just fill in any of the areas I couldn't get. And I go back in with this eyeshadow palette with that eyeshadow brush and that same red. Tap that onto it. Since I'm running out of black lipstick, I'm just trying to get as much of my lip just covered with eyeliner because, like I said, I don't have like any black lipstick left. This is what I mean when I say I have no black lipstick. Like, it's just like nothing. I got my lipstick all done. I'm just gonna go eat something real quick and I'll be back to do my lashes and my contacts. So I got my contacts in and now I'm just gonna take this black pencil eyeliner and redo that on my waterline because I had to take it off to put my contacts in. I'm gonna take this CoverGirl Clump Crusher mascara and just put that on my top and bottom lashes. So when I accidentally get mascara on my foundation from trying to put it on my lashes, I just take this little like spoolie, I think that's what it's called. I just brush where it was and it just sort of takes it off. But you just want to make sure that it completely dries first. But now I'm going to do my lashes. So I think I'm going to do 2 pairs, a pair on the top and a pair on the bottom. The lashes I'm going to be using are Kiss matte lashes. I think it's matte velvet. I'm not exactly sure. For my lash glue, I'm just using this Duo eyelash glue. So I'm just going to put it on the band of my lashes. And I sort of just put about a layer that thick onto my lashes to let them dry. thing I like to do to help them stay on is just put some eyelash glue at the corner of my eye, like above it. I kinda gotta pull my lashes down sometimes, and at the end of it. I just realized I forgot to do something, which is put some highlighter on my cheekbones. Put a little beauty mark right here and one up here. So I take it and then I sort of like get the front of the lash to match up to where I got the glue at the front of my eye, and then sort of twist it where they're facing up, and then connect it to the back, and then go back in, press down. You just sort of like tap it and press down, and maybe like pinch too. After I get them on, I like to just brush them a bit. Let me go get my other one on, and I'm just gonna repeat that same exact thing. There we go, got the other one on now. Now I'm gonna put the bottom lashes on. Just like that. Oh my god, that looks so good. I love this. It reminds me so much of how I used to do my makeup. I used to do like big dramatic wing, like drag makeup, and I low-key really miss it. So I think that's pretty much all for my makeup. Besides, I just need to get some setting spray on. God, I just tasted it. Goddamn. And to dry it, I'm just using that piece of paper I used for my contour. So I'm all dressed now, and I'm probably gonna end the video here since I got my makeup done and everything. So I hope this video was interesting if you were wondering how to do this sort of makeup. Hopefully I'll be able to make another video soon for you guys, and I'll see you next time.